So, one day scrolling on YouTube, I find this art fight thing saying Seafoam and Starlight. Earlier, I saw a post on community tab of an artist also about art fight. I thought this was like some YouTuber collab thing, but no. It's a website that promotes trading art, but they call it attacks and defenses. Apparently, they have one huge event each year for a month, and it has a max of 100 attacks. My goal? To reach that max within the month. But time is against my side since it's already the 5th, and I just discovered that this thing existed. Thankfully, everyone says I'm fast at art, so that's a good thing, I guess. So I can make an artwork in about 30 minutes with like outline, color, and shading, all that fun stuff. And so if I do 100, that's around 3,000 minutes or like 500 hours, so almost a 40-hour work week. So in theory, I could do this in a week. But I have a month. So let's add a challenge, because I can also do variations of my art style. So let's say like 50 normal, right, with just a full body to bust shot and an abstract background if I want to make it more complicated a scene, alright? Then like 20 with no outline, alright? And it's like a cutout with shading, basically. And well, that'll take more like 45 minutes to do. And let's make a bigger challenge. So let's do an anime style, relying heavy on the outlining for another 10 of them. So that'll be around 30 minutes to an hour, just depending on how long it takes. And let's also do a set of 10 with at least 2 other characters. A person, which will take 45 minutes in normal style. And more than that is like 15 more minutes per character if I do like 3. And now for the last 10, let's make it even more difficult with 5 having at least 4 characters and an interactive background to go with, and that's more like an hour and a half for each one. We'll have 4B chibi, but it has to be all their characters in a collage of at least 5. And for the last one, it shall be an animation of some kind. Easy, right? First one, normal. I had someone follow me, so I had to draw them. I think to also add on to the challenge is that every follower I get, I will draw them if they're on Starlight. I don't want to do any like cross attacks and stuff because like the weird point system they do. And I decided to do one of their characters called Crow because I liked the reference, and I did a squatting pose with a peace sign for it. I don't know why I did it. I just wanted to draw that at the moment, so I did. I even got a comment with them saying thank you. Second, randomly attacking people. So to explain, you can pick this handy dandy thing called random user, and you get to send to a random user on the website to look at their art and characters to draw. I'm going to use this function a lot during this challenge because I don't know 100 people on this website. I just learned about it recently. So instead, I will be doing a bunch of random people, and unless I want to search up a specific type of character with their character search engine, I'll do that, but we've just started, so I'll worry about that later. Anyway, this character's job is graphic design, so I drew him working, because I couldn't think of anything else for him. And I just want to say, it is so difficult keeping my style. Like, I feel really inferior to everyone I'm looking at, because like all of their drawings are like so detailed and stuff, and I'm looking at mine that's like this cartoon anime looking thing. Like, I know I'm not bad at art, but I feel like I'm bad because I want all of these drawings to mean something to them. Anyway, this one is done. To the next. Third, I found this girl that like owns a bomb shop. I don't know, it's weird. I was happy with the pose till I wasn't, and I was really struggling to do my style specifically here because I'm just looking at everyone else's, but I got it done, colored all the things, and the person never commented, so I guess it was just that bad, man. I'm joking. But to be honest, I kind of see it as like, if you get attacked, you should just comment something like a thank you, even if you don't love it, because someone spent time in their life to make you something. You should just show respect for them, you know? I'm not even saying answer immediately, just if you're participating in this thing, comment on the art that was made for you for free, for you, because on this trading website, you're not required to draw back the person who drew you. Just a common courtesy, you know? Moving on. 5. I know I was going one by one, and I'm just doing this for the first 5 recorded because I think it's really important to talk about how much of a struggle it is to start this game. You have hundreds of thousands of people on this website drawing others, and you gotta draw these new characters never seen before. You don't know how their whole story works. You also want to make it good, so you might get attacked back or get a really nice comment, but that's not a guarantee that it will happen. Mix that with seeing both people that are superior to you in art and inferior. It can make you very cynical to it all. Then the whole point, though, was to have fun. Anyway, I drew a cat chilling in the bushes. 6, though. Okay, I think I'm getting back into the groove of drawing in my style, and not others. This character is a jester vigilante type, and I really didn't want to draw just a dystopian background because that's like a lot of work. So instead, it's like a training dojo instead, but they're using their real weapons. Don't question it, man. We're just going with the flow. 7. Okay, listen. I didn't record number 4, but the person I attacked revenged me. Basically, when you attack someone else back. And I was so happy I had to draw their characters again. Now, I didn't want to solo one again because I wanted them to know that I appreciated it so much that I'll draw new characters, and plural, because we're drawing 2. When I was rating, basically, like, one kind of harassed the other, and it was like a love triangle thing. It was weird. So I drew that at the park with their motorcycle, which I was lazy and did trace over an actual picture of a motorcycle. I'm sorry, it was too much. I can't draw automobiles. But I think for a good rule of thumb, just so I don't get overwhelmed with only drawing this and it gets boring, I'll rotate around the different types of drawings I want to do just so it won't get too bored. Also, when someone revenges me, I gotta try and take it up one step. So, like, if I drew 1 character, I'll try to draw 2, and if I drew 2 characters, I'll go up to 4, yada, yada, yada. 8. Okay, so we have already hit Magical Girl. I went and used the search character tool on this one to find it, because while it's not at the top of this person's list, I like her design, so I gotta do it, man. I need something besides normal clothing. Anyway, I actually kind of really liked this one. It's one of my favorites, just like generic pose, but the abstract background works really well with it, and the brush for an overshading was like perfect for it. And yeah, I'm really proud of myself. Also, the person attacked me back, so I had to attack him again, and while I was looking through his profile, I found that one of his other magical girls is actually a guy, funny, and has this catchphrase of "Daffodil, the sheen of chivalry and respect." And this picture that I have drawn came to me. I had to draw it. It was too funny not to. So it's the character in the magical girl suit in more of my chibi-esque style, holding the sword on the wrong side of the handle. It's so goofy, and it actually turned out really good in my opinion. 13. Okay, so from here I'm going to jump around a lot more because I'll have like one picture and then someone revenges, so then I revenge them again. I think it's just easier to say what happens when I'm drawing the specific characters. Also, I really like some of the ones I struggled with, so yeah. I found this assassin character that uses a crossbow, and I don't know why, but I decided I had to draw it, so I looked up a reference of someone holding a crossbow, and I decided to actually also make the background to go with it during the night, and I honestly think I spent more time on the background than the character, funnily enough. I also like the background more than the character, but that's besides the point. 15. Okay, so I am going to have a lot of drawings, like a lot. 100 drawings is a lot, okay? And some aren't going to be amazing level quality because I just won't love every single character I find. Like, I can like the character, but that doesn't mean I love it. It also doesn't mean I have like 1,000 IQ level idea for that character either. Like, some people don't add descriptions, or if they do, I just don't get an idea, but that's when the character design can also shine, and it's like vice versa, mixes together, just depends. So while I did spend the same time, the same effort, that doesn't mean it will look the same or even get the same reaction from people. I think people in this game could get distorted thinking, oh, I have to make it perfect, or oh, if it isn't amazing, they just must not care, when it's just not true. I mean, there's a reason why you can post sketch art or uncolored and craft art too. It's not meant for one thing. There's not one point in getting like jealous and being mean. I think it's easy to fall into that mindset on here. Anyway, smile happy girl. 16. Now, this is the first anime drawing. I honestly didn't mean for it to be, but as I was drawing, it just came to me and I had to go for it. So this is all technically one character with like 3 different forms, well technically 2, and they have different main weapons too. I didn't finished the recording in the end, but this is how it turned out, and I was really happy with it. 19. Speaking of first, this is also the first cutout style. This character description kind of said they lived in a shack in an old farm, so I drew them making a fire outside to stay warm. When I do cut out, I always like fully sketch the whole entire thing, including what the character would look like, just to make it quicker, and it turned out okay-ish. I'm happy the person commented and even revenged me back with this cute little smoke animation of Adrian exploded. I love it so much, it's so adorable. 21. Okay, I got another person who followed me, so I gotta draw them, and I absolutely hate what I drew. I don't like it, I don't think it's good. The pose, the characters, I despise everything about it. Now, it was like following who the characters were, and the person who got it was super happy about it, but I just don't like the drawing itself at all. 23. So when I'm drawing all these wonderful characters, I'm like listening to stuff in the background, whether it be music, an audiobook, or YouTube commentary videos, and with that, I decided to search up art fights sometimes, just to see what other people make. Most are like, how to set up a profile, what to expect, but I saw someone streaming them making art for art fight. I thought that was really cool, so I drew them outside. They loved it, which is hilarious. 24. Anime! Also like Pokemon, so we draw Pokemons and count it as anime, because it is. Honestly, I'm so torn when it comes to drawing Pokemon, because I always want them to be easily recognizable, but like, they also need to do something. I have a difficult time with it, honestly, but I think this turned out alright. Well, I didn't do a second level of shading, I did add it over the top, so I'm still counting it as fully shaded. Well, probably not in my art style. It is still in the guidelines, because when you submit a tack, you gotta judge your own artwork, and it's kind of a mess, but apparently they have people double check it at the end, but I don't know. It's weird. That's what they do, though. 27. Alright, 1/4 of the way done. We're making progress. It's only been a week. We got this. It will probably take me the whole entire month to do this, honestly. There's a lot of drawings, and I still gotta do life on top of everything, so yeah. Decided the tech guy is like a superhero, so I got like a Spider-Man post for this one, and I'm going to be honest, it is so difficult to find people and also characters I want to draw, because you got like people that just don't want to participate on here. I keep getting seafoam profiles rather than Stardust. Like, in theory, it should be very simple and easy to find characters and people I want to draw and make art for, but it really isn't, and it's only going to get more difficult to find people from here. Like, it doesn't get easier. Well, yeah, it's fun, and I get all these awesome comments and appreciation. I'm spending like a good 1/3 of my time just reading character descriptions, like what the artist might want for art, researching who the characters are and who the person is, so it's not just drawing the art, but I am determined that this is happening one way or another, no matter the setbacks. 28. Okay, I gotta be honest, I hate my cutout style. I don't think my shading works with it, I don't like how the characters look, and they don't really set apart from the backgrounds either. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I don't think it's good, and I still gotta make 20 drawings of it somehow. Honestly, just so I know that it doesn't work. Honestly, just know that it doesn't work for me. Now, the people that got this art loved it, and so did other people that got cutout art from me, but I'm apologizing now because I don't like any of it, and for those that didn't comment on it, you're good. Honestly, I didn't like it either. Now, that doesn't bother me, and I did try to make it work, but I just never really got the hang of it. 31. We are on the first pick of 4 characters interacting, and let me tell you, I had fun with this, because we got a cowgirl on a horse going to shoot at what she considers a hell dog, with a vampire in the shade, and a very confused being freaking out thinking he's going to get shot at. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to just attack someone off the bat with a 4-person thing, but I got the idea reading their characters, and I just had to do it. That's how most of the other ones were too. Not everyone who makes characters are meant to interact on art fight, and if they do, it's mainly just 2 people, not 4. So it was very challenging to find someone with my criteria, on top of just finding someone. But I made it work, and here's my wild list for you. 47. Bit of a jump, but not a lot happened, honestly. Mainly just me making a lot of drawings, but on this one, I was really happy with it because I actually had a beach setting for once, you know? Kinda on this team called Seafoam with like this beach theme. So I was pumped when I found someone had a swimsuit option on their character, jumping for it. Actually, I think I did a really good job in this one with just all of it, honestly. I really love this one in particular just because cute, pretty pose on a cute beach looking away. 60. So I'm just focusing on one-person ones to get these out of the way and to not get bored. I'm just going kind of crazy with the lighting, like how it would look like IRL, bouncing off of light, backlight, color, just everything I can think of. And I think this one just turned out really well, though. I was able to not just have the character fit, but also the abstract background I really like, too. I just kind of feel like I popped off on this one, and I just proceeded to mess more with lighting after it, too. 77. Alright, I got through all the single ones, and I'm on to the last, like, 15 of the cutouts, which is a lot, but I gotta do it! I can't back down now. I'm too far in. I refuse to change how I set up things. This is happening one way or another. For this one, I'm still messing with lighting, and I got this little asteroid boy, so I made him lonely and afraid, because I'm evil, I guess. The person who made the OC loved it too, so I guess we're just both mean to this little child. Oh well. Chibis! All the chibis, all the time, guys. Every single character in the world, they get a chibi, you get a chibi, everyone gets a chibi! Anyway, first chibi art. I actually did an artist I'm a fan of for this first one. I look at her reference poses and her work all the time. Mellon Soup is their name, and I just love it. Well, this isn't my best chibi one. I do like it, especially the facial expressions, and they also liked it, so it's a win-win here, honestly. 87. I really, really hate my cutout style. Alright, but listen. I drew this child getting angry about chores, okay? And the person made me a short comic as a revenge. I don't care how good or bad it is. I love it. I love the hard work, the effort, the thought behind it. Also love how inspired the artist got from my silly little picture. 95. Home stretch! This is another chibbing drawing of all the characters, but I forgot to and just didn't even attempt one of them. Thankfully, the person still appreciated it, and that means I still did well. With this one, I just did long, very, very long. I like it though, just simple character expressions and interactions based on them and their description. Got the D&D characters, mostly stuff with fantasy things, especially the Last of Us characters, part 52. Just nice and simple, just makes it complex with 12 of them, that's all. 96. This is another 4-person one. It's of a D&D family of characters, so I got 2 doing a T-chat and another just being buddies. Drew the drow, dark elf character guy, a little wonky on the hips, but I was really happy with how it turned out. Especially the background. I think I succeeded in showing a greenhouse observatory type place. Hopefully, let me know. Also, the chairs! I did the chairs well, I think. 97. Last 4-person drawing, and honestly, I don't like it. It's simple, yeah, and it's just a little too cartoony for me. I think I ended up focusing on the references too much instead of drawing them in my own style, but I was also getting super burnt out at this point. I just kind of wanted to be done, but I had the most difficult ones left, so I had to keep trudging along. I was super determined to finish this project, but I was losing the excitement of it all that I had started with. I was getting more and more frustrated finding people that actually had interacting characters, let alone ones I wanted to draw. I started spending a good 15 minutes finding people to draw each artwork, literally half of the time it took to just draw it for a normal drawing. Anyway, got it done, and the people did like it, so win's a win, I guess. 98. Firstly, I forgot to record while trying out the sketch, but I absolutely love it! Take everything I just said and toss it out the window on this drawing. I felt like I actually drew a scene of people interacting. There was emotion and risk in it, and you may wonder, where did this sudden excitement come from? And I will explain. Boredom! I found this artist from just searching artfight on YouTube and watched his video, kind of just same old commentary, but his art was so detailed, and I really respected it, especially because there was a chain one he made, and funnily enough, he actually used it twice in his videos, and I don't blame him for it. It was good. So, I looked at his characters, and honestly, they're a little too over-detailed for what I like to draw personally, but that's okay. It's going to be chibis anyway, so I took some creative liberties with them. Anyway, the drawing I'm making is one of a throne hallway thing with his main villain character just throwing magic like nothing, while the heroes of the tale are getting their butts whipped running away just as one of them comes in late at the same time. The other villain is laughing hysterically at the mess while there's just Two little kitty cats chilling in the corner, hanging out. It's chaotic, it's random, and it's what I love to do when I draw art. So let me tell you, when I was worried about messing with this dude's characters to fit this style, however, after posting it, he commented, and it was all good. 99, second to last. Giant chibi again, though. And let me tell you, it was rough finding someone. I spent a good 30 minutes looking. Eventually, I got in VC with a friend, and I'm like, listen, I don't know what to do. I can't find anyone. And they helped me find this person with only 9 characters. Not a huge amount, but they were pretty simple characters compared to the previous person, so I got through. 100. The final one. The final art piece, and it's an animation. Why did I do this? Okay, so I did not record the sketch at all because I was just experimenting and had like 5 different things going on, but then I settled on one sketch and I started outlining, and then I remembered, oh yeah, I'm making like a video. Stupido. Anyway, this is actually for someone I followed for years now, actually, who's trying to make their own like animated series, and all their sneak peeks have been really cool, and on top of that, they are the reason I even know about Artfight. So they have to get the best art, obviously. I decided to get fancy. So not only is it animated, bashing into the screen, it's also shaded. Now, while I am not a guru when it comes to animation, I was pretty happy with it and said, I'm done, sent an A, they liked it, yay! Well, that was that. 100 attacks on Artfight. Not going to lie, this was stressful. It took a lot of time, but I think it was worth it in the end. I got to make a lot of people happy and bring smiles to their faces. I also got art myself, but that wasn't the main reason why I did this. I did it to test myself, to bring joy to others, and to have fun. I do hope you enjoyed the video and have a wonderful month.